You know, it's crazy because I don't know if I ever told this story out publicly. So I was working in Richmond, Virginia. I was working at Capital One. And I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here. Music was always my passion. I gotta get out of here and go. I need to be around where a lot of the people are in the industry are. That ended up being Atlanta. I actually prayed about it. It was either Atlanta or LA. My final decision was, of course, Atlanta. And I told my moms that I got a job at Capital One, but in Atlanta. I told her I was getting transferred. I don't know about now, but at the time there was no Capital One in Atlanta. And I had lied to my moms just to get her to go along with, because I knew when you tell your parents some crazy stuff like, look, I'm gonna move to another state for music, to pursue my music career, my music dream. It's tough for a parent to grasp that. So I didn't want to tell her, but ended up moving out here. She helped me. She pulled up to the crib with a U-Haul and she followed me down to Atlanta. I actually started staying with a friend when I first got here. We ended up getting a new spot together and just ever since, just been chasing music. Started off in the clubs, just meeting whoever I could meet, brushing arms with whoever I could brush arms with, and tried to make it. I came down here with $1 in a dream. Damn near literally. Back at that time, I was going by Lano the Don. Keith Bracey gave me that name, man. I don't know where he came. He told us the story behind it, but Keith Bracey, I don't even know if he makes beats anymore. He produced Flowers for My Lady.
Flowers for my baby.
So he came up with the name. I'm like, yo, Lano the Don. I was like, what does the Don symbolize? Man, you're gonna be killing the game, man. You're gonna be killing the game. I'm like, all right, man. He was, I was younger. He was an old head back then. So that was just the name that we kind of came up with. And I was like, all right, I didn't really have no other suggestions at the time. I'm just focusing on the music. I was just calling myself Lano. So I'm like, all right, let's go with it and see what happens. And it stuck. When you're independent and you funding everything, it's, as an artist, it can be tough. A lot of times, just trying to be every aspect that you need to be of your business, your manager, you sending emails and you booking shows, and it's just tough. It's just tough trying to do all of that. So I shifted into two things. I got introduced to the stock market. I'm not gonna say I got introduced to video games, but my love for video games had become greater. Everybody been playing video games for years, but it started to get a lot of attention on video games. And I wanted to play video games and I just wanted to trade stocks for a living. That's all I really wanted to do. I still wanted to create. Creating art is always gonna be something I do forever, whether I get paid for it or not. But stock market and video games. I was playing Apex Legends a lot, trying to get to Apex Pred. I was just in the competitive games. Whenever I played Fortnite, I was playing ranked. Whenever I played Apex, I was playing ranked. It just kind of grew from there. And I'm still doing that to this day. Not the games, but stock market mostly.
Continue as Lano the Don, or did you switch up the branding?
I actually switched up the branding, man. I think I had been Lano the Don for too long, and it was just time for something new. It was time for something new, a fresh start. I just wanted to shake that identity off. It was at a time in my life where I was still growing, and that was the branding at that time, and I felt like the time had changed and it was time to rebrand. So I named myself Faith. Got a logo done, sat down with a graphic designer. We talked about the meaning behind the brand. Basically, for those who don't know, because a lot of people say, is your brand associated? Are you a Christian base? I'm like, no, it doesn't have a denomination, and it doesn't even have any meaning towards being in a church or anything. I'm not a faith-based brand. It's just I believed that I could always do anything. And a lot of times I never knew exactly how I was gonna get it done, like the move to Atlanta, right? I moved down here without a job. I didn't know how I was gonna get it done, but I just knew at some point it was gonna get done. I just trusted that it was gonna get done and I just went for it. My wife says I always had this unwavering faith about myself, and that's where it came from. I'm not gonna let it not happen. And in order to do that, you gotta be willing to do whatever you need to do in order to make it work. So that's where the name Faith came from. Sat down with the graphic designer, got that taken care of. It was dope. Got the logo trademarked and just been running with it ever since. Putting it on clothes, putting it on my brand, just building the brand up, trying to be the best I can be. The inspiration behind the jacket. So if you look on the left chest, it says designed by dreamers. The highest human act is to inspire. As long as your imagination is alive, anything is possible. This was my first jacket. It just felt dope to be able to, because I've always been able to express my art through music. Now I learned another skill where I'm able to I did not know how intricate you could get with clothes, and you can really do anything you want. And I'm just express interest in putting my art on actual garments now instead of tracks. Here's my thing. This is why I started the clothing line, if you want to be completely honest. So I'm tall, I'm 6'3", right? I have long arms and long legs. If I get a large t-shirt, it fits perfect until I wash it once. If I get an extra large t-shirt, it's too wide. I created clothes initially because I really just wanted some shit my size that fit me. Because I like to be comfortable, as we all do. So I'm just like, when I put my clothes on, I just want to be comfortable. So I wanted to create some comfortable clothes. And then I started being a dad, and I'm like, all right, I really got to be comfortable now. But when I put something on, I just don't want a plain black jumpsuit or sweatsuit. If I put something on, I want it to feel like a plain sweatsuit because I'm always comfortable, but I want the outside to display how I feel and the things that I'm thinking about in my brain. I want to put it all on a garment. That's where it came from, man. Just my first piece, my first official piece, doing a launch and everything for it, pictures, videos, really taking this to another level. I'm excited about what can happen.
All right, we have the camera say, do you have faith?
Do you have faith?
Do you have faith?
Do you have faith?